Yeah, it was, as you say, it does seem like a long time ago, but obviously, I suppose, being really honest, it was a bit of a relief, to get a win, especially, the way we probably played, the 2 weeks before, and so, we got back to hopefully a bit of normality. I thought our first half was pretty good. Second half was a little bit scrappy, but at least, as I said, the thing I was looking for was just some more, care in those effort areas, and I think, at least we got that.
There was a play I noticed that when the Tigers were coming back, they were attacking the line. There was a loose ball, and Will Warbrick sprinted about 10 metres, dived on it ahead of two Tigers players. Is that what you're looking for as a coach?
Yeah, exactly. And, that was a big play in the game, to be quite honest. I know it doesn't seem like a real big play for someone just to dive on a loose ball. But, to beat a couple of the opposition players to it, and just the way he attacked it, that was probably showing, the amount of, not just that effort, but, the urgency that, we probably lacked in the 2 weeks before. So, Will had a really good game, but, that was a real big moment in that game.
I know it's one moment, but is that the standard you're looking for in terms of effort?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
What have you made of Jonah's progression early in his career, but plenty of raps on him coming into the first grade in NRL?
Yeah, again, he's only a young guy, and as you say, he's only sort of been 2 weeks into it. I thought he defended a lot better last week than he did in his first game, which was what we wanted as well. But we know he's still a young guy, and but he's got some real strengths to him. He's a confident kid. He's not scared to call for the ball and call plays. He's got a really good kicking game. So like I say, as long as he keeps his feet on the ground, it looks like he's got a good career ahead of him.
I mean, he plays in such an important position, and there's such high standards in Melbourne, but it's not easy always coming to the grade. Did you have to cuddle him at times? How do you approach those moments? You have such high standards, right?
Yeah, again, you still got to consider, what his experience is, especially as an NRL key position player. That's not easy, So again, there's certain things that we certainly expect of him, but we don't expect of him, what we don't think he's capable of doing. We just want him to go out there and play to his strengths. And like I say, if he goes out there and defends well for us and kicks well, the rest of his game's going to be okay.
How much does it help having someone like Munster alongside him? Given not a help. Does it help?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not quite sure whether it helps or not. Actually, I wouldn't mind going out in one game and just stand about 20 metres behind and see, does Munster help anyone, or does he just confuse everyone? But no, I'm sure they're pretty sort of tied off the field too, to be quite honest. They play a fair bit of golf together. So, Munster's obviously a big help to him, in that, he's been around a long time, Munster, but, he's, the one thing about Munster, he'll tell you what he wants. And, even, with Jonah hadn't been there, too long, he's still going to be really direct, on what he wants. And I'm sure, Jonah's probably enjoys that, or, appreciates that, because, we don't want people not telling him because he's a young kid. We want people telling him so it helps the team and helps him. And, Munster's pretty good at that.
You've been doing this a long time now. I mean, you've seen it all. Were you concerned after 3 rounds? Or does those sort of concerns creep in and you question where this team was going?
Well, it depends, what you say concerned. I was concerned about our lack of effort, in those 2 weeks. So at the end of the day, everyone keeps telling you it's a long season, and it is. But at the same time, you've got certain standards that you want your team to live up to, and you want individuals to live up to. And, I thought, they fell away in round 2 and round 3. So, like I say, we took a couple of steps forward at the weekend, but there's still a fair way to go. And we know we're up against a really good side, tomorrow night, and it'll be a good test for us to see exactly where we're at.
And you sort of said before the season that this probably is your last year coaching. Does it feel different for you knowing that this may be it, or?
No, not really. Well, it hasn't. I didn't know whether it would or not, but it's, the one thing I've always, I don't know whether I'd say I'm good at it or whatever. I don't know whether it is a good thing or not, but, I really focus on 1 week at a time. I don't look 3 weeks down the track. I don't look 2 months down the track, or even the game after this. I try and really concentrate on this week. What's important, for our team this week. What's important, in my role, and I think that's just the way I do it. Again, it's just part of who I am, and that's what I believe in. And when we do our review on the game before, well, then we'll look forward to this week. So that's what I try and do. But as I said, I'm a bit of a stickler for that, and I think I'm pretty good at that.
And AC, you don't look too far ahead, but if you look a little bit back, I think you're 31 from 37 against South Sydney. It's an incredible record. What do you put that down to? Because they've had some pretty strong teams over the years.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Someone's told us that the other day. That record. I like. At the end of the day, it's and with all due respect, I know it is a great record, and we obviously appreciate that. But at the end of the day, that's not going to help us tomorrow night. What we've done during the week and what we do tomorrow night is going to help us. So like I say, South, are a good side, and got a lot of good individual players in there as well. So we know it's going to be a tough game tomorrow night.
I think it's South, Roosters, Manly the next few weeks. It's a good challenge this early in the season. What do you want to see from the team?
Yeah, it's a real good challenge, actually. But like I say, we're not looking too far ahead. We're just looking forward to tomorrow's game, and when the other 2 games come up, when we've played the game before, we'll look at them. So really important that we just keep our focus on what we need to do tomorrow night.
Craig,
you blokes going all right? We couldn't find questions earlier.
obviously, you like to go week to week, but the club does have to plan in a way for life after Craig Bellamy.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know for certain that this is your last year?
Well, I haven't actually made that announcement. They've given me a couple more weeks to think about it. So, but like I say, I haven't really changed my mind on anything at the moment. So, unless something changes over the next 2 or 3 weeks,
And I guess it's come up in conversation this week because there's talk about Billy Slater being your replacement. Is he the ideal fit given his link to the club? Like, would you endorse that?
At the end of the day, that's not a decision for me, but I'm sure if that's the way they went, he'd do a great job, Billy. But like I say, Billy's got a few things going on away from footy as well. With his horses and his commentary, and if he has got that itch to coach, he's getting it scratched during Origin. So it'd be a big decision for Bill. But having said that, if that happens, I'm sure he'd be ideal man to do it.
Is he ready to be a first grade coach?
I don't know. If he takes it over next year, I'll tell you halfway through. But like he's very. Everyone knows how well prepared he is for. Like his commentary, how well prepared he was as a player, how well prepared he's obviously had his Origin teams. Like I say, I couldn't imagine a guy that's never coached NRL being better prepared than Bill. But like I say, it's a big decision for him.
Would you have any advice for him?
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. Have the hair dye close.
Have the what?
Have the hair dye close by. He's got a great head of hair at the moment.
I don't know about the hair, but he probably need a helmet put on top of it at some stage.
In Sydney, I don't know if it's got down to Melbourne, but there's a big talk about the rugby league versus rugby union debate with Joseph Suli signing 18 months out. Do you think players should be able to sign with a rival code 18 months out when they can't do that with rival clubs within our own backyard?
Yeah, just a bit strange, but I think at the end of the day, there's a rule in for us. We can't talk to players from other clubs, or other clubs can't talk to our players. Was it 12 months out? I think if they're off, when they're off contract. At the end of the day, I don't really want to get into that. It's a thing that's happened, and it's again, everyone's got the decisions to make on their future and all of their. Whether they want to stay at a club, whether they want to go to another club, whether they want to go to another sport. Like at the end of the day, it's like I don't really know what the best option would be, and with all due respect, that's not my decision. So I wouldn't want to waste energy thinking about it or giving someone an opinion on it.
We'll make this the last one because he's got to get ready for a meeting.
I know you probably get asked. Well, I know you get asked every week, but is there any update on Paps and how he's travelling?
He's made a little, again, progress. I think he's actually started to run on land and not so much in deep water now. So I think that's a progression. I'm not quite sure how much of a progression. Obviously, we don't want to take any chances or whatever. It's been a long process, but there's still a little bit of work to go, I would imagine. But you'd like to think that that's a real positive step forward. So we'll just see how we go from there.